This year when Blender 4.3 dropped, we got a ton of new features, and one massive feature people aren't talking about as much is the completely new version of Grease Pencil. Not only does it rewrite the whole system to be faster and add a bunch of new features, we also get geometry node support. Now, first up, what I'm going to show you is this new clay pencil, which actually allows you just to draw in Grease Pencil and create 3D characters, and it's a free tool. Then we're going to walk through some of the basic features added and what makes it a new version of Grease Pencil. And then if you stick around to the end, I'm actually going to walk you through how to create this rope animation system. With all that being said, let's dive in and get to the tutorial. Now, first up, I want to talk about Pepe Schooland's free clay pencil. So what this tool is it allows you to draw in Grease Pencil and create 3D objects. Now, they offer some customization via the geometry nodes, tools, and systems that they have built into it. And this gives you a pretty good control over what you're able to create. Now, if you're a traditional 2D artist that feels more comfortable working in 2D, this could be appealing to you. But if you're a 3D artist and you're looking to get more extreme Looney Tunes type animations, this could also be a great tool because with Grease Pencil, you're not nearly as limited in what you draw frame by frame as you are in a more traditional rigging system. I really think that this tool is showing the true power of what we can do by mixing Grease Pencil and geometry nodes all in a 3D viewport. I'm really excited to see what people create from this. Now, if you'd like to download this tool, I'll put the link in the description and it's free to download. And they also have a free 22-minute tutorial that kind of walks you through all the features. So I'm going to link to that below too, but I just wanted to share this project, which is incredibly cool. Now, I'm excited to dive into this rope system that I have set up in Blender and show you how Grease Pencil can be used to kind of draw these almost fake rope sims. But first, let's talk about some of the new features they added. First of all, they completely rewrote Grease Pencil, improving performance across everything. They added this group layer system for better organization with visibility. This was a big deal because previously things would get really chaotic as you built out full scenes. We now have onion skin toggles. A brush asset library is now fit into it. And then there's been enhancements made to the draw tools and to the eraser tools. And then, of course, the biggest feature is that they've added geometry nodes. But let's dive in and look at how we can do that cool rope effect I talked about. So here I have this geometry node system that will create a rope on a Grease Pencil. So this is actually adapted from a CG Matter tutorial. I reached out to him before recording this to get permission to show this, and he said it was okay. But I'm going to go ahead and open my screen here. Now he has a tutorial explaining all the math here. But I'm just going to pause there so that you can pause the video and copy the setup if you want. Now what I did is I utilized CG Matter's rope system, and then I added this section over here. And what this section is doing is adding these knots to the end, because previously it was just kind of an open rope, but I wanted it to almost look kind of knotted at each end. So if I grab this section right here and mute this, you can see that it is removing those endpoints. And really what this is this is an object. So I've created a knot object, which you can see up here. I've drugged this in and I've done an instance on points. And then I just put this object into the instance. So that will instance that along the points. If I unplug this selection, you can see there that it's adding it to all the points. But I've put this endpoint selection in here and set the start size to 1 and the end size to 1. And what that is saying is that, hey, I only want to put a instance on the first point and the last point. So that's a trick you can use for a lot of things. Then for the rotation here, I have a align rotation to vector here. And my normal's just plugged in there. And then that just ensures that it's always kind of pointed in the right direction there at the end. But the great thing here now is that this is not applied on a curve like in CG Matter's tutorial. Now we can just apply this onto a Grease Pencil object. So I'm going to grab this object here, tab into draw mode here, and you can see all of the Grease Pencil shows up here. So let's go ahead here, move forward a frame, and let's just start drawing this coming down. And you'll see here that we can't really see what we're doing as a Grease Pencil. And that is one problem I hope they're able to fix. So what I'm going to do in the meantime is turn off the Grease Pencil here. And you see that if I come up here, we have various options for Grease Pencil. We're going to come over here to the Draw Grease Pencil and turn on onion skinning so that we can see our before and after frames. So make sure that that is on. And then I'm going to go ahead here and just restart on this frame by deleting this frame here. And I will then use that to just kind of, so what I'm going to do is just move forward here and kind of draw a couple frames to make it appear almost as if this rope is falling. It's not going to be a great animation. Great, so what I've done here is draw a couple frames, and you can see here it's just a very simple, ugly rope fall. And what I'm going to do is turn back on the geometry nodes. If we hit play here, you'll see that that rope is actually just animating along that grease pencil curve frame by frame. Now, this is something that on my short film, I spent tons of time rerunning rope sims over and over and over until I got a result that was kind of what I wanted. And then in other scenes, I actually went through frame by frame and turned off this like curve rope layer and ended up having like 100 keyframes just to get this one simple animation of her pulling her hair out. So you can see how this new grease pencil system, we can really start to create some cool visual effects that can really simplify our process and really elevate what we do. I'm really excited to see what the community creates with this. And if you like free stuff, definitely check out the new circular array we just released as a part of our big update to the Dynamic Visual Effects Pack, designed to make visual effects and anime style renders easier for you.